Hello everybody, Master Gary Hernandez here again. This time I wanted to talk a little bit about one of my personal knives, one of my favorite ones in the fixed blade category. Now this is the Buckmaster 184 survival knife. This knife came out around in the early 1980s and it was designed by Buck Manufacturing, kind of Rambo, based on like a Rambo type knife. This knife comes in the sheath. Now in the sheath, it usually has two pouches here. One of the pouches I had was kind of old and ripped, so I need to get me another pouch, but it has two storage pouches. And one of them stores, and I'll show you what the other one stores in a minute. And one of them stores compass, so you have a compass designed in there, which goes into the pouch. So, and then you have your sharpening stone, which it's hard to really see it, but it's built in right back here for your sharpening stone, so you can sharpen your blade. And this pouch, water resistant, stuff like that. Buck had made this knife right here, the Buckmaster 184. They designed this Buckmaster knife for actually the Navy SEALs, and they wanted this knife designed for them, and they used it. Now you can tell this is a real Buckmaster 184 because back in the, what they say was in the 80s, six or something like that, they said there's some crazy number like 153,000 knockoff knives were made. But when you look, you're going to see where number one it says Buckmaster, but Buckmaster started putting their patent pending mark on it, the 184, and then their patent number on it. So that shows the authenticity of the knife. Now this knife overall length is about 12.5 inches from here to the tip. The blade is about 7.5 inches long. The saw, now it has saw here for cutting rope and cord. Here, this one here, you can cut into a tree. You can just see how thick this saw. This is a 1/4 inch wide, the saw teeth here, so you can imagine what you can cut into with this knife. This knife is usually razor sharp. I've had this knife for quite a while. They quit manufacturing this knife, I believe, I want to say in the late 1990s, but then I heard they quit manufacturing this particular knife like in 2001 or 2, give or take. But I thought it was in like 1997 or 98 they quit manufacturing this knife. Now you can buy this knife. People are selling on eBay. You will not be able to find a Buckmaster Authentic 184 for under $200 anywhere. If you do, if you see this knife for $100 somewhere and some idiot selling it that cheap, grab it. Now this knife has a couple of different things about it. Number one, now it came in black also. The black I seen go for $400. This knife usually, even when they put it on eBay, this knife I watch people bid for these things. They go up to about $300 or better. This is just one of the top of the line survival knives. Now this is a watertight, and I do mean watertight seal for this thing. This thing right here, and once you put it on, it stays on tight. This is where you can put all your stuff, your fishing lines. You can put your matches. Now you got about 3 inches of storage depth. You can see my finger goes in there. So you can see how big and wide that is. You can store fishing line, fishing hooks, matches, and it's watertight. So when you seal it up, it will stay sealed and it won't get wet. I've put this thing underwater before. I've taken it canoeing, fishing. This is a top of the line. Another great feature about this knife is this is designed to put a rope or a serious cord through here. And there's a reason why. Remember how I told you this has two pouches? One was for the compass. The other pouch that goes here usually supports the grappling hooks. Now, they screw into here. and they lock in tight. Now, it's also a nice guard for your fingers, but it was designed to do was you put in your cord, swing it up, knife goes up and over, and when you pull, it locks. This, and with the cord that was with it, it's supposed to support up to about 300 pounds. So you can literally shimmy up something, and you're using your knife for climbing. So that's kind of a cool function with this blade. And again, I'm going to show you the knife. It's very nice. I'm kind of bringing it close for you guys. Kind of pan it out a little bit. Show you this way. I'm going to come back this way again. Look for the patented pending number. Look for the Buckmaster number. That's how you know you have an authentic knife. Again, grappling hooks lock in, watertight seal. This knife, one of the best survival knives out there. Trust me, I would highly recommend. If you get a chance to get a hold of this knife, for you guys or girls that are collectors, for you people out there that like to collect, this is definitely one of the best knives you can get out there. So, and again, they don't make them brand new. There's a lot of knockoffs, so you got to be careful. But this knife is absolutely one of the best knives, in my opinion. Okay? I like this knife a lot. I've had this knife ever. It's a great knife. Hook it on your side. Just kind of hook it on your side. You're good to go. It's an ideal survival knife for camping, fishing, hunting, whatever you do. Survival knife. This is one of the best ones out there. So I wanted to share it with you guys. Buckmaster 184. Thank you.